Hello all. I had a couple questions on how to do these graphs on MyMathLab, so I just want to talk about those for a quick second. I would also point out that it's important that we know how to do the graph on MyMathLab, but it's also important to know how to do it on pen and paper. And so I'll point out some of those differences as we go through the video. But one of the keys is when you do it on MyMathLab, it pulls up that little box and it's having you just type in the key information rather than create the XY scale on your own. And for assignments like the labs and other assignments as we go forward, I will be asking you to do some of these graphs on pen and paper too. So definitely get comfortable with both. And to do that, I would recommend practicing out of the textbook. Just open up the textbook, practice some of those problems. Feel free to send them to me to check them. Of course, you can check them in the back of the book too, but remember, I'm going to be looking for 5 key points, and I want to see the x's and y's associated with all of those. So let's go ahead and go through this problem to see how we're going to do on MyMathLab. So first thing, it's asking for that information, generic information. Same thing I would ask. I ask the same exact things on the lab. So we see the amplitude is 5. Remember, it's always a positive. We're going to ignore that negative. The period, I have to take 2 pi and divide it by this number right here, so we'll get 3 pi, the 2's cancel, 3 pi. And then to graph, I'm going to click on my little graphing button here, and this is what I was talking about. This is different because it already puts that XY scale there for me, and it draws the shape for me, so I'm not really doing a whole lot on my own other than entering that key information. So the first thing I need to do is make sure that I'm choosing the correct graph. So we see the 2 waves for sine and cosine. I know that I can write any sine as a cosine, I can write any cosine as a sine, but it is important that we get this first step right. They do have different initial points, and so even though we can write them either way, to make sure that we are understanding what's going on, we want to choose the correct one. So this is a sine, and so this is our sine graph here. It goes up and then down first, as opposed to cosine, we know starts at the peak. And so these are the same 2 sine and cosine graphs that we went over in the video that I did. So I'm going to choose a sine wave, and from here it really doesn't matter at any point I click on it, it's just going to automatically set it at 0, 0, so don't need to worry about getting phase shifts correct here. Now this is that little box I was talking about. This makes it real easy to graph on MyMathLab. And this is good. I do like this because it is really making sure that you understand the amplitude, the period, the phase shifts like it was asking for before, but additionally any reflection. So it's really making sure you know how to define each of those steps. The downside to this is it's drawing it for you, and so you're gaining some understanding but losing other understanding. So I think it is very valuable to draw these by hand too. So definitely practice them out of the textbook. My amplitude is 5, we stated that before. The period is 3 pi, and so there is no pi button when you pull up this screen, but if you type in pi, that's how you spell pi, pi, notice it automatically transfers it over to pi. So again, I type in my p, and then I just type in the I, and right away it switches it over to the pi symbol. The one thing that this does not ask for that I do need to make sure I'm including are any reflections. We have that negative in front of the 5, and that is a reflection about the x-axis. So I'm going to close that. I'm going to make sure that I save my graph, and it should be graphed correctly now. If we'd done this by hand, we should have the exact same picture, and when I do that, I might get the right answer. Be really careful. Sometimes when it asks you to graph it, it says graph the function. Other times, like number 1, it says graph the function, y equals negative 3x, and sine x. So make sure that if you have multiple graphs that you need to do, you need to put both of those on there. Sometimes it has you graph the parent function and the transformation, and then other problems it just has you graph that transformed function or the final answer. So because you have to do some of these on the lab, again, definitely practice some by hand. Open up the textbooks and practice, and feel free to send me any of those problems if you just want me to check. I'll be looking for 5 key points clearly defined. MyMathLab does not define those key points very clearly because it's just such a nice pretty graph. But it does have the x scale there, and I need to see those x scaling values for each of the x's. Let me know if you have any questions.